Hello everybody, welcome back to a GCSE maths video. Today we'll be looking at formulae and the application of formulae. So let's get right into it. So Saliben is 3 years older than Gurpreet. When Gurpreet is 12 years old, Saliben's 15. When Gurpreet is 13, 3 years older, Saliben's 16. When Gurpreet is 14, Saliben's 17. And so we can write a general rule such that, whatever Saliben's age is going to be equal to Gurpreet's age plus 3. When Saliben was 12, then, wrong way around, my bad. When Saliben was 15, Gurpreet was 12, that's 12 plus 3. When Gurpreet was 14, 14 plus 3, that is equal to 17, which we can see here was Saliben's age. So now let's just say that we let Saliben's age equal to S, so that's S. And we let Gurpreet's age equal to G, that is G. Then we can write this more succinctly as S is equal to G plus 3. As opposed to writing out a whole sentence, a whole sequence of letters, we can just write, simple letters like S and G. Okay, so let's get into an example. A washing machine repairer calculates the cost of a washing machine such that cost is equal to £45 plus £20 times the number of hours worked. Okay, so calculate the cost if the repair takes 2 hours. So the cost is equal to 45 plus 20 times hours. So if the repair takes 2 hours, 45 plus 20 times 2, that is equal to 45 plus 40, which is equal to 85. So that's 85. Now, what if the repair takes 1.5 hours? Well, same thing, right? 45 plus 20 times 1.5, which is going to be 45 plus 30, which is going to be 75. So that's going to be 75 there. So write a formula using the letters in the brackets. So, cost is C. So C is equal to £45 plus £20 times H. Okay, we can also just write that as C is equal to 45 plus 20H. Recognizing that cost is in pounds. Okay, so let's now go on to three exam style questions, I guess. So a plumber adds a call-out fee of £25 to the cost of any repair. He uses this formula to calculate the total bill. So the total bill is equal to the cost of repairs plus 25. So we want to calculate the total bill if the cost of repairs is £30, £50 and £80. So let's start off with the idea when it's £30. So the total bill is equal to the cost of repairs. So the cost of repairs is 30 plus that additional 25, and that is going to be 55. And make sure that we remember our units, that's £55. Okay, now what if the cost of repairs is £50? Well, the total bill, I'll call that TB, is equal to cost of repairs plus 25. If the cost of repairs is 50 plus 25 is equal to £75. And then finally, what if the cost of repairs is £80? Well, then the total bill is going to be equal to £80 plus 25. That's going to be £105. So write a formula using the letters in the bracket. Well, total bill is going to be B, cost of repairs is R plus 25. Okay, let's do a second question. Helen works in a fast food restaurant. She uses this formula to calculate her wages in pounds. So her wages is equal to the hours worked times £5. So basically she's on £5 an hour. Okay, so calculate Helen's wages if she works 5 hours. So wage equal hour worked times 5. So if she works 5 hours, then the hours worked is going to be 5 times by that 5 is going to be 25. So now that's going to be £25. So, okay, so what if she works 10 hours? Well, the hours worked is 10 times by £5. She's going to make £50. And then finally, if she works 20 hours, then it's going to be 20 hours times that £5 per hour, which is going to be £100 for Helen. So now we have to write a formula using the letters in the back bracket. Well, wages is the same as W, hours worked is the same as N, times by £5, or also write that as W is equal to 5N. Okay, so now let's get on to question 3, the final question. The cost in pence of an advertisement in a newspaper is calculated using this formula. Cost, C, equals 25 times the number of words, W, plus 40. Okay, so work out the cost of placing an advertisement with 20 words, 30 words, and 16 words. Okay, so let's first think about 20 words. So cost is equal to 25 times however many words we've got. We've got 20 plus 40. Okay, so you want to think about this in terms of bid mass. What operation do we do first? So we're going to have to do the multiplication first. So cost is equal to 25 times 20 plus 40. What is 25 times 20? Put that into your calculator and you get 500. So that is equal to 500 plus 40. And so the total cost is going to be £540. Okay, now the same thing with 30 words. So cost is equal to 25 times 30 plus 40. So 25 times 30, doing that first because of bid mass, that is going to be 750. So we're going to have 750 plus 40, which is equal to 790. Okay, and then finally we've got 16 words, so the cost is equal to 25 times 16 plus 40. So bid mass, 25 times 16 first, that is going to be 400. So we've got 400 plus 40 is equal to £440. I'll just add a pound sign to this last example as well. Okay, so write a formula using the letters in the brackets. So we know that the cost is C, 25 times W plus 40. Let's write this more formally. C is equal to 25 W plus 40. Okay, so that was an introduction to formulae and how we use formulae to kind of work things out and solve problems. So I hope this video was helpful.